Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we've got two brand new $500 discounts off of your Tesla. One of them is kind of interesting. The other one actually is pretty cool, and it seems to be pretty internal. So if you fit in these parameters, you might want to save some extra money. And of course, hit that like button if you like saving money, incentives, and everything off of a brand new Tesla. So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more. But more on that later. And of course, just a quick announcement, we're getting close to December. If you're new to the channel, if you don't know what happened last December, every single day in December we did a giveaway, and we gave away Tesla accessories, swag items, and whichever. So if you're looking to win some give Christmas gifts and everything, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and tune back into December, where every single day we're going to be doing a giveaway. It's my way of giving back to everybody. For everybody that's hit the like button, hits the comments, the live streams, and everything. So definitely tune into December if you're looking to try and win and everything. So we've got two brand new $500 discounts off of Tesla vehicle. One of them is kind of interesting how they structured it. Kind of makes sense. The other one is an internal one. So I'll give you the parameters on how you could potentially get the discount for $500 off. So the first one is this. If you use a Tesla referral code, you can get $500 off if and only if you purchase full self-driving with your Tesla vehicle. And if you need a Tesla referral code, don't forget to use that link down below in the description. It's the first link so that you can get up to $1,000 or $500 if you purchase full self-driving supervised with your Tesla vehicle. If you aren't getting full self-driving, you still get 3 months free of full self-driving. And it's pretty interesting, and I can see why they're doing this. They're trying to get people that have full self-driving, like existing Teslas, talk to their friends that are going to be buying Teslas and say like, hey, you should really consider this full self-driving thing, and try and get them to purchase and plunk down that $8,000 or even, no, it's just $8,000 to get it, which is up there. That is for sure. And the other one, which is pretty internal, and so I saw this on an internal document, so we'll take this for whichever, but the other $500 discount that seems to be legit and live is a $500 Bank of America internal employee only discount. So if you are listening right now and you are a Bank of America employee, I would check with your HR to see if you can get that extra $500 off. Pretty interesting to see. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. Of course, like, I feel like this is just the beginning of discounts, incentives, and everything, because if you take a look at it, looking at inventory, look at this nice little spike right here, this mustard line of the Model Y inventory. It's on the up and up, and we're not even halfway through November right now, so we could see some big discounts and everything coming up in the near future. Big discounts like 3W all weather floor mats, Dennis35 promo code for 35% off that they're running right now for Black Friday, even higher than the Black Friday offer at 35% off. So if you need a set of floor mats, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And of course, I know a lot of you out there are Model Y performance delivery orders as well. Well, take a look at this color that it seems to be starting to get unveiled and delivered. Marine blue from other different markets and areas. It seems like marine blue is now available for the Model Y Performance in Australia and New Zealand. I mean, if I could switch to this color, I probably would. I mean, I do like my black, diamond black type of look here, but certainly, I mean, if I could get this marine blue, because I feel like this one has more like depth and richness, and I'm a sucker for blue vehicles, blue cars as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. In other news, another plug, if you are pending delivery right now and you haven't picked up your Tesla yet and you want full self-driving for half off, don't forget you can actually check out my Linktree form down below in the description. It's the last button right here, the inquiries form, where I can get you full self-driving for half off and point you in the right direction. So let us know what your thoughts on. Let us know what you're thinking. If if you need a Tesla referral link, grab one from a friend, and don't forget to share one with your friend if you already own a Tesla, so you can get them that extra $500 to $1,000 off of a Tesla vehicle and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks for that, everyone. All right, thanks for coming in. Mark, great to see you. Tesla54, great to see you as well. And Steve, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. The dog, he's right here, actually. It's his dinner time, though. He's walking right out of frame, so you actually can't even see him. All right. Hi, Dennis. Do you know when the 3W will release that underscreen storage mount that for the Model Y that you showed? I think they're going to be releasing that very soon. I gave them some good feedback on it. And it's funny. That's a funny story, actually, because they showed that product to me, and I was like, I do prefer the Joa one. And the reason why I prefer the Joa one is this exact reason. This reason is because the Joa one, you can hide away. And so if you're in any of these different markets like California, where certain areas, certain time frames, people like to smash car windows, I do like the fact that the Joa one, it can hide away different items, and so like if you put something in there, they can actually see it, whereas the other versions out there are just like a bucket. And so that is one safety measure that I like. And of course, the Joa one has like a light and everything and a mat at the bottom. But hey, there's so many different versions of these. And of course, don't forget to use a promo code like the one down below in the description to save some money if you're looking to get the Joa one. Or if with any of the different Tesla accessories companies out there, you could probably use promo code Dennis and save money to get all these different discounts and everything. Tesla54, I love my Model 3 performance. Nice. Already putting on carbon fiber, and even though it's a lease, having fun. Nice. Carbon fiber on the camera. Both sides, carbon fiber door handles as well. Nice. Those are like stick-ons, right? And so it changes the look. I like that a lot. Hoping your family doing well. No, thank you, Tesla54, and hopefully you're doing well as well with your brand, with your Model 3 performance. Steve, the Highline version of Model 3 is very fast. Oh, we've got the 2023 and the 2026, Steve. Nice. The build quality is amazing too, just seeing the minimal paint issues, but everything else is in very good condition. Yeah, that's Tesla's, right? It's even like, as long as there's no rust, I think you should be fine. What color Model Y performance? Right now, as it sits, it's diamond black with white interior. If they release that blue, I would definitely get that. But at this moment, we are still set for a December delivery timeframe. And I think like even the people that had like a November delivery timeframe are even getting pushed and reset as well. But it seems like there is a correlation. If you've picked the Quicksilver color, it seems like maybe that is the color that is delivering faster at this moment. Even if we take a look at like the production from like the Giga Austin, I feel like it was Ultra Red and Quicksilver that we saw on the inventory lots out of the Giga Austin factory. So maybe they're pumping those quicker. And I've been stalking like the forum threads and everything to see if anybody has gotten an updated delivery date, and I have not seen anything just yet. So it seems like this is it. This is set, and that's pretty much it at this point. In this next topic, now you can get free $15 Tesla credits if you do this. And this is a pretty simple one. All you have to do is just refer your friends to go do a test drive, a demo drive of a Tesla vehicle. Tesla is promoting this now as part of the referral program. Earn $15 in Tesla credits when you refer anyone to experience full self-driving during a demo drive. And if they order using a Tesla referral link, you'll get 250 or 500 credits if they purchase vehicle with full self-driving supervised. And so it seems like this is part of their campaign to try and push full self-driving to more people, trying to understand it, which is kind of interesting. I actually went to go check out a Model Y Standard this past week, and even though I told the rep, and the rep actually recognized us and everything, and even though the rep knows that I've had many Teslas, even of course current Teslas with full self-driving, he still had to go in the vehicle, drive the vehicle, show me full self-driving, and take it around the block before letting me have it and demo drive for 30 minutes. And so Tesla is really trying to push more and more people to get into this full self-driving, which is very interesting. Now you might be wondering, like, what is this $15 actually worth? More than likely, you could just use it for supercharging. Maybe you can use it as like a discount off of like Tesla service for like a cabin air filter or whichever. But more than likely, your best bet is going to be through supercharging, which will save the dollar for dollar type of value for it and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. I'll lease them and not buy. Yeah, leasing is a good one. And tomorrow we'll talk about why leasing could make the most sense, especially if you're like a 4 years, 3 years type of owner. I'm very happy with it. Nice. Congrats, Tesla 54. What other modifications are you going to do to your Tesla vehicle? In this next topic, we've got a $5,000 new lease cash offer from Rivian. Rivian is finally doubling down and putting some more incentives on their vehicles. Now there is a new $5,000 off for the R1 standard lease now. I wonder what this actually does to the payment. I mean, at 5,000 times 30, that's probably like $150 less, but here's the actual details. It seems like they're offering leases as low as $699 a month, plus an additional $5,000 that you can apply to a lease. So then that means that this is going to be a much lower payment actually. Shouldn't that be in like the $550? That's a very interesting way to kind of structure it. Instead of showing like a low payment of like $540, they're adding it as a lease bonus, which should drop the payment quite a bit. I mean, even if we take a look at, let's just take a look here and see, like, if we switch this to like leasing payments, like what will the cheapest Rivian actually be? Because it should be very, very, very inexpensive. But of course, these are like more built ones instead of like a base one. Let's try and find like the cheapest one in the actual area here. So we can see here, this one is $699 a month. And then maybe it like offsets like the down payment instead of like actually lowering the payment, because maybe you actually cannot do a 0 down lease on a Rivian, but still very interesting to see. And we want this because as more discounts come out, the deals and incentives will get more aggressive. And then maybe Tesla deals and incentives will also get lower as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Not many more upgrades since it's lease. I don't want to go bonkers because some of the stuff I added to the vehicle may have to remove them from the vehicle when the lease is up. Yeah, 100% I agree with you there. But there is one thing I would probably recommend for people that are leasing, and that's going to be DIY paint protection film. Not the full kit like $18.99 or $19.99, just this lower bumper area right here. And the reason why is because you're going to get rock chips depending on the highway. And so it might be worth it to invest in this lower bumper DIY paint protection film and do it yourself and save thousands, especially when you use our promo code link down below in the description. You'll get an extra 15% off, because that lower area, like if it gets all damaged up and rock chipped and everything, Tesla's going to charge you like $1,000 to $2,000 to repaint that and fix it. So even if you're leasing, you might want to consider at just a minimum that particular area as well, because it could be worth it. In this next topic, should you ditch your Model Y performance order or pending delivery for a Model Y long range premium? I've been talking to more people about this because it kind of makes sense. And now that the delivery dates for Model Y performances are kind of in limbo, no one has taken delivery yet, and we haven't seen any confirmation. And if, worst case scenario, you could potentially lose that $7,500 federal tax credit. So you kind of have to do the math, and we've done the math already to try and figure out, is it worth it if you're really barking on or hanging on the $7,500 federal tax credit, especially now because there's 1.99% financing available on the Model Y Premium. is it worth it? Like the opportunity cost between switching between a Model Y Performance to a Model Y Long Range Premium, and what type of difference could that actually be? I went through the history books, and of course, this pricing right here is not what we're going to be reflected on, because if you've got a Model Y Performance order from like September 30th, you're locked into the older pricing, and you can also switch to the older pricing or even a Long Range Premium as well. I've helped many people already do that, and it is seamless, no issues at all. And so when we take a look at the older pricing, you can see that a older Model Y Performance Long Range All-Wheel Drive was $49,490 versus a Performance at $49,900. So there's about what, like a $7,500, $8,000 difference. But of course, we should try and compare. I mean, it's apples to oranges. You can't compare them one to one, but you should be able to try and compare, both of the situations as least close as possible. And what I mean by that is, if you were to switch to like a Long Range All-Wheel Drive Premium, there is a $2,000 acceleration boost that to try and like bump up the speed and everything. But of course, even though you have to pay that $2,000, you do gain on a couple different things, like 1.99% financing versus 3.99% financing, or even like 5.14% financing if, worst case scenario, like some situations at this moment. But here is the actual math. So if we base the $49,990 with the sales tax of just 7% plus DMV fees, 72 months at 3.99%, your monthly payment is going to be $882 a month, zero down, of course. And total interest after everything is going to be $63,529 if you keep that all the way to 72 months. Now, switching to, if we took that scenario and switched you to a Model Y Long Range All-Wheel Drive and kept the locked in pricing from September 30th, also kept the $7,500 federal tax credit, and added a $2,000 acceleration boost, here is what the difference is. Your monthly payment, about $150 less, $729 a month. Your total cost, about what, over $10,000 less at $52,494. And so here's some just rough math, but I feel like we should offer this, or at least I feel like we should bring this to the table so that it should be part of your at least decision, because yes, a Performance is fantastic, cool, and everything, and you get a lot for the $10,000 in difference. But what if in the future, if the deliveries get pushed to like January, we don't know if the $7,500 could be pushed and available into the next year. So there is still a risk at that. And so, if we get, if the push comes to shove and, my delivery date says December, but if it goes to just January and we're not getting the $7,500, I'm not sure I would be willing to pay what, $67,000 or $57,000 plus tax for a Model Y Performance. And so let us know what your thoughts on, let us know what you think on that. Of course, maybe to some, money is not necessarily an object, but certainly some of this, we do have to kind of think about it, because I know a lot of you also are out there with pending Model Y Performance orders. And I also know some of you out there have switched to Model Y Long Range All-Wheel Drives because you did not want to bank or risk the $7,500 federal tax credit or anything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. And if you're out there with a pending delivery and you want full self-driving for half off, we do have a way to get you that for half off. So definitely check it out. My link tree down below in the description. Hit the bottom button at the bottom so that you can send me a message, and I'll point you in the right direction to get you set up and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But the one thing's for sure, if you're going to be buying a Tesla vehicle, don't forget it doesn't come with all weather floor mats. So definitely check out 3W Auto Lifes down below in the description, especially when you use promo code Dennis35. You get 35% off, which is their highest discount offer yet. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. I noticed rock chips on the side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I always forget to tell people about this, but the Model Y, when I had my Model Y Performance, the 2022, this area right here is very prone to rock chips. I had one on each side. So, PPF does do its job, and I am definitely going to be PPFing our next Tesla as well. And I don't know if I'm going to do clear or stealth yet. Yeah, because the tires are wide. That's why some people actually get like mud flaps in the front, because to protect it. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Andrew, $500 isn't enough. All that tech money getting laid off. Yeah, I mean, we need bigger discounts for sure. Mark, nope, we'll get the Model Y Performance. I'm sure with my luck, I can pick it up before Thanksgiving, but we're leaving that Tuesday before. So I'll let you know as soon as my delivery date is confirmed in the app. Yeah, Mark, does yours still say delivery date range of November? Were you the one that told me that it disappeared for you as well? Because it's fluctuating a ton. Clutch, I watched your Model Y Standard video. What did you think about it? Model Y Standard actually is, I get it now, and it's pretty interesting because I did ask the rep, like, what's the percentage of people actually are people actually buying this? He said yes, and I said that was surprising to me. What's like the percentage, would you say? And he said almost 50% are buying a Model Y Standard. Now, that maybe that is skewed because we're in California, and if you layer on top of that, maybe that's skewed because of a certain demographic in this a certain type of people that are in this area that don't like UV ray protections or whichever. And so maybe when they see the $5,000 discount, they're like, I don't need autopilot. I mean, if you think about it, if you're coming to a Tesla brand new, you're not going to care about autopilot and full self-driving. It's only after you get into the ecosphere of Tesla, unless you're like heavily researching like, we do here on the channel, and maybe like, well, I mean, that's not to say, because when I got my first Tesla, I did buy a Model 3 with full self-driving because I was sold on it. But back then, I mean, it was $6,000. So it wasn't the $8,000, or even at one point it was like $12,000. So I can certainly understand who's buying the Model Y Standard. And, as marketing starts to get released, as maybe a favorable lower payment starts to get released for the Standard, I think it will actually sell. It's not for people that have Teslas. I think it's attracting the next market and everything. Was November 17th to December 10th. Just went away 2 days ago. Let's see if it updates tomorrow. They said 24 to 72 hours. That changes when preparing for transit. Okay, nice, Mark. Yeah, let me know ASAP so we can set you up with full self-driving for half off. Tesla 54, I just had Tesla install mud flaps on the front, but they said don't put the whole piece on because it may draw and would come off. Oh, interesting. Should we wait till discount the Model Y Robo Drive, or just lease with $6,500 off? If you're leasing and paying cash, I mean, that is the best deal for you right now, because if you buy it out with cash, it really is. If you're leasing and then trying to go through financing through credit unions, if you've got good credit, go for it. If you don't, then maybe I would keep waiting for a better deal at this moment. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. See you guys in the next one. See ya.